Hi, my name is Yosef Tropper, and I thank you so much for joining. This is Parshas Vayikra, and the title is Upward Motion. And the purpose of a segment is to provide a short and thought-provoking idea on the Parsha. And of course, throughout Parshas, Sefer, Bereshis, and Shemos, it's very easy to come up with things to say, but when you get to the Vayikra area, it gets even more and more challenging, and for some, Bamidbar is even more challenging, and Devarim, some parts are extremely challenging and some parts are easy again. But hopefully, whatever it is, the Divrei Torah shared should be meaningful and inspirational as well. So one of the quick things in this week's Parsha that we learn about is that there are different types of karbanos, sacrifices that one was able to bring in the time of the Mishkan or in the Beis HaMikdash, and one of them is called the Ola offering. Ola. Now, what does that mean? What's the interpretation? And I think that commentators differ, but I think that we could tie them all together in a very interesting way. So Rashi says that the reason that Ola is called Ola is because the entire sacrifice was burnt up, and therefore the word Ola means that it all goes up to God on the altar. That's one interpretation. Another interpretation is brought down by the Ramban and the Even Ezra as well, and Rabbi Bechaya, who usually follows in the Ramban's way, agrees with him, that an Ola was a forgiveness offering brought for a person that had a bad thought. For bad thoughts against God in certain circumstances that the Talmud enumerates. And so therefore the word Ola means that you're bringing a forgiveness for your thought that went up in your mind. That's the word Ola, your thoughts. And finally, Rosh Hashanah Hirsch brings a lot of other commentators that he brings together, and he says that the word Ola actually refers to the person that's bringing it, that comes from the word to go up, that he should be elevated through the carbon. Those are three basic camps of how to understand it. Now, what's interesting is that they all come together. The idea of the carbon, of course, is to bring one closer to God, like the Ramban says, that the purpose was not just to bring the sacrifice and pay for it, and then you've gotten your forgiveness. The purpose was to be moved by the experience and to look at the animal and say, that could have been me, but instead God allowed me to give this as in my stead. So it's the lesson that one learns. So putting that all together, of course, what Rashi is saying is that it's called an Ola because the entire thing gets burnt, and that helps inspire the person. And the Ramban says it's called an Ola because you have to think about your mindset and what you're, and when we have thoughts and when we act on our thoughts, even more so, we have to be in control of that. We have to learn to go after the good thoughts we have and banish the bad thoughts and the bad ideas. And of course, Rosh Hashanah Hirsch is tying it all together. The word Ola means to elevate the person, because someone that recognizes how to give something over to God, like Rashi, and how to control his mind process. Of course, we can't control what thoughts we have, but we can control what we do with those thoughts and those intentions. And that will be an elevating experience, an upward movement for us. Thank you so much for listening. I welcome your questions, comments, and sponsorships as well.